Today I'm playing Krennic Green versus Cassian Green. Playing the 30 health base for Krennic to try to last a little longer. An energy conversion lab for Cassian to try to combo that into Zeb. Our opening hand's not phenomenal, just a Spec Force Soldier to play on turn 1, so I think I'm going to send that back. Try again. Okay, we did a little better. We got a Battlefield Marine. Still not a great turn 2 play. I think that maybe we resource Wedge in the Metal Ceremony. See what we can find. Krennic doesn't have a whole lot of low-cost units in this deck, so we didn't get anything to play turn 1 there. Let's try again. Okay, good. Got a Scout Bike. So, obviously the suppressor we won't need for a good long while, and then I think we're probably choosing between Callus and the Rugged Survivors. Let's send the Survivors back for now. Alright, Cassian won the initiative roll. Flip, so he'll play a Battlefield Marine. Scout Pike Pursuer will come out. And that'll be it. Okay, nice. Cassian can resource the duplicate of Dodana. And down here, we're probably resourcing the Gladiator. Alright. We have a choice between getting out Benthic and a Green Squadron, or potentially trying to play the Green Squadron and draw a card with Cassian's ability. I think no matter what, we're going to attack base for 3, just to try to make it so we have choices later. At this point, Krennic is choosing between Power of the Dark Side, a Cloud City Wingguard for this turn. I think the answer is probably Wingguard. Just to try to build a board a little bit. So Cassian's going to play the A-Wing. Scout Pike Pursuer is probably going to swing into the Battlefield Marine to try to turn into a giant threat. And then at this point, I think 2 tubes is more important than the card. We'll claim initiative for Krennic. And that'll be it. New round. Yeah, we're going to 4 resources. The System Patrol Craft does look pretty nice versus that A-Wing. I think it's probably resourcing Rugged Survivors again. And for Cassian, we got a nice curve with Dodana and then Zeb. I think that we're going to resource the Heroic Sacrifice. Okay. First up, I think to prevent the A-Wing from getting raid 2, we swing into Benthic here to get him. Now we could drop Dodana here. Scout Pike Pursuer probably trades with Dodana. So maybe we attack with the A-Wing just to try to get the Scout Pike Pursuer to attack first. At this point, the Scout Pike Pursuer is attacking for 5. I think we go ahead and hit base for 5. Battlefield Marine will trade into the Cloud City Wingguard. The System Patrol Craft comes down. Dodonna comes down. Krennic's gonna claim initiative. And we're faced with whether or not to play this Metal Ceremony. I think we do it. Well, maybe not. Maybe we hold it. I was gonna say do it because we can attack and kill the System Patrol Craft. But with Dodonna out, you know what? I do think we do it. Because with the first move over here, we're either killing... Actually, we can't kill the A-Wing because Dodonna's buffing it. So it's actually got 5 health. So the first move has to be that Scout Bike Pursuer kills Dodonna. And then we can still swing in for 4, killing the System Patrol Craft. So that is the move. Okay. Let's draw. Ooh, very interesting. We're going to 5, so we're probably going to actually start with the Power of the Dark Side and then play a Scout Bike Pursuer. The question is, what do we want to keep? And if we keep the Royal Guard and another Power of the Dark Side, we're on curve for 6. So I think we're going to resource Callus here. On this side, Zeb is looking good. I think we resource K2 and just assume, well, actually, K2 might be better depending on what gets played. Let's keep our options open and resource the Fleet Lieutenant. Okay. This is where Krennic brings out the surprise. So we play Power of the Dark Side, make them choose what to lose. Dodonna is pretty valuable. And he can actually swing at base. Let's maybe give up the Space Arena. And then have Dodonna swing at base for 4. That's now a stack of 10. I think we bring out Krennic. At which point we ambush Zeb. He won't actually complete the attack. But interestingly, if we bring out K2 using Energy Conversion Lab to attack the Scout Bike Pursuer, we will kill it and get some overwhelm damage. So I think that's actually the move. Let's play K2 for 4. He attacks the Scout Bike Pursuer for 5. So 4 of it is going to spill over onto the base. K2 is going to die, and we're going to choose that they have to take another 3 to base, and we'll be able to trigger Cassian because we did 3. It's a pretty sweet move. Okay. Krennic attacks base for 2 and restores 2. Cassian draws a card. Got Akbar. We'll attack with the System Patrol Craft. Cassian gets initiative. And a Scout Bike Pursuer comes out. And that's the end of the round. Okay, we got 3 Akbars, so we don't need that. So we'll go up to 6 resources. And then on this side, ooh, nice, we got a Death Trooper. I think we resource the Cloud City Wingguard. Maybe we can get out a Death Trooper and a Sentinel this round. Okay, let me use this. Okay, first move is to probably get 4 on base. So we can use Cassian's ability again. At that point, I think we want to protect Krennic. Now we've got Sentinels in both arenas, which is pretty sweet. We will use Cassian's ability to draw a card. Okay. At this point, let's attack with Krennic, dealing 2 to base and healing 2. And I think we're going to flip Cassian over. Pretty nasty. Let's have the System Patrol Craft do 3, taking it up to 15 here. Cassian can swing in on base. I think that's what we want to do. So now we've got another pile of 10. So we're up to 22 damage on base. This is a good example of why maybe the 30 health base was better. Let's play a Death Trooper for 3. We will deal 2 damage to the Scout Bike Pursuer. Probably 2 to... Let's see. The Scout Bike Pursuer can trade with Dodonna. I think we do 2 to Cassian. Zeb comes down, and the Scout Bike Pursuer will trade with Dodonna. And actually, I think I only did 4 with Cassian. Should have hit for 5. Okay, Cassian's going to claim, and that will be the end of the round. Probably don't need a resupply at this point, so we'll go ahead and resource up to 7 on this side. And since they're going to attack first, Power of the Dark Side isn't quite as good as it could be. I think maybe we keep Callus and the Short Trooper. Okay. This could be pretty sweet. Zeb can swing for 5, killing the Royal Guard, spilling 4 damage over to the Death Trooper, which is hard to beat. At that point, we can get rid of Cassian with Callus. He'll swing in. Oh, you know what? Yep. He'll swing in for 4, trading, and we'll get to draw a card. Now it's time to build back up the board over here. If we play Akbar and Krennic attacks into Zeb, he'll die. I think maybe that's what we want to do. Let's play Akbar, dealing 2 to Krennic. At which points we're faced with a choice. Let's do a System Patrol Craft. And then Fleet Lieutenant's currently a waste, so I think we play the A-Wing. Now we're deciding. I don't think we can let Zeb hit base. I do think we're going to hit him. Kill him. We'll restore 2. And we'll be back over here. We'll claim here, which means there's no point in not playing a Short Trooper. That's it. We are resourcing up to 8. So it's probably going to be hard to beat Home 1. I think we resource the Skirmisher. And then on this side, can also be resourcing up to 8. That's kind of an early game draw. I think we resource the Scout Pike. Let's see what we can find. Okay, what are our home one options? Probably a Battlefield Marine, unless we wait a turn to play it, which seems kind of silly. I think we do get home one in there. Bring out the Marine. At which point, Krennic pretty much lost the space battle. So let's just get 3 damage in on base. Go to 21. Akbar has to swing to get the restore in. And he'll swing at base and restore 2, taking it back down to 19. There's nothing threatening us at the moment. Let's see if Tarkin can find anything that can help us close out the game. Negative. Maybe a Sentinel and a Short Trooper. That's probably what we want. Okay. A-Wing has to swing into the System Patrol Craft. It dies, but it does restore another one. I think Shore Trooper is going to go ahead and deal 4 to base. Cassian has to claim. And then Veers comes out. Alright. The Sentinel is what we need. Let's probably resource up to 9. We can play everything if we want. And on this side, I don't think Resilience going to help us too much right now. Okay. Now we could drop the Sentinel. Then the Patrol Craft is going to sneak in 3 extra damage. If we only had a way to kill the Patrol Craft, Home 1 could finish with a Fleet Lieutenant. We don't have that. I think maybe Home 1 needs to actually restore. Let's kill the System Patrol Craft and restore 2. No, that was a bad move because Short Trooper can finish. I want to do that. So we have to play a Sentinel. 3. Tarkin can trade with the Sentinel. So Battlefield Marine has to take out the Shore Trooper, or else we're dead. Oh, but he can't. Shore Trooper has 4. So we have to Fleet Lieutenant into the Shore Trooper, restoring 1. At this point, the Patrol Craft hits base for 4, taking it to 23. Akbar can restore 2 of that, but it's still not enough. No, actually, it is enough, isn't it? So if Akbar swings for 1 on base Restoring 2. Restoring 2. The beard is not quite showing lethal. Let's swing with Veers for 3. Home 1 has to attack the system patrol craft, taking 3 and restoring another 2. Now this is a question. Do we claim when they only have 3 resources? I think the answer is we have to, because Home 1 can finish. The other option would be to play Yularen and a Shore Trooper, and Home 1 would no longer be able to finish. If we claim and they play a Sentinel, we're pretty hosed. We could play all 3 of our guys. I think we play our cards just in case we don't know what they're holding. So 2, it's a heal 1. At this point, we could grab initiative. I think we just play our guy. Sentinel comes out. Cassian grabs initiative. Shore Trooper comes out and heals another one. Alright. Ooh, that's what we needed. A Home 1 attack with Heroic Sacrifice will actually win the game. So we don't need to resource here, don't need to resource here. Everything readies. And we'll Heroic Sacrifice Home 1 to do 9, which is a game ender. Man. Close one. That could have gone either direction. So probably we should have grabbed initiative. It's obvious in hindsight. But I don't know that it was obvious if we pretend like we don't know what our opponent has there. Alright, let's try it again. This time, Cassian gets to go first. Do you think that 30 health is pretty good? Alright, we've got a 2, 3, and a 4. A couple options at 3. I think maybe we resource Tarkin. And let's resource one of these 3s. Resource the Wingard. And on this side, it's always more fun to play against something that has like an R2 or a 3PO to get those scout bike pursuers damaged. You know, I think we can do better than this. Turn 1 2 tubes isn't that great. Some of those cards are more what we're looking for to grab with Cassian's ability than in a starting hand. We got hosed. Obviously not good. We're gonna have a ton of units, so let's maybe resource these 2. I might just ramp right into Zeb. Alright. Pass, play, claim, pass. Even more Zeb. Alright, I think we resource the duplicate. Down here, we're playing our 3. Ooh, interesting. We've got a pretty nice curve here with 3, 4, 6, 7. Let's resource the 2 and hope we pick up something that makes sense at 5. I do think we just ramp, and we're going to assume that Zeb's going to bring us back in the game. So we play our Sentinel here. We swing at base for 2. And that's it. Interesting. Okay. So Zeb is going to happen. He's going to clear these 2. We could save some metal ceremonies. Zeb's probably going to die, and space is open right now. We resource the Echo Base Defender just in case. We can, metal ceremony Zeb up to be huge, or we can switch arenas. On this side, we're living the dream. We've got our 4, 5, 6, 7 blaze now. So there we go. All right, here it goes. We will energy conversion lab Zeb out. He'll swing at the cell block guard, taking 3, and wipe the board. Patrol craft comes out. And now they're out of resources, which is pretty interesting. Question is, do we grab initiative so we can swing for 5, or do we bump Zeb up? I think we actually grab initiative. 5 damage on base is pretty sweet. We're going to the 6. Yeah, we're going to the 6th turn. We know that they would grab initiative. I like that a lot. Okay, what do we want to play for 6? Probably maybe Dodana, maybe these 2. I think at this point we're keeping our options open and resourcing a metal ceremony. And down here, we're going to 5, which could be a Rugged Survivors, an OB, or a System Patrol Craft. It's not going to be the Patrol Craft. We'll resource that. I do think Zeb just probably swings for 5 here to guarantee the damage. We'll use Patrol Craft to get 3 in. I actually think I want to trigger Cassian's ability to draw a card. We have a lot of options, but we have an extra resource hanging around. Let's deploy Krennic. A-Wing's not doing us that much good. I think we deploy Cassian. Man, more Zeb swinging for 5 is no good. Let's hit Zeb. Taking 5, soaring 2, killing him. That was probably a good move because now Dodana comes down. Rugged Survivors comes out. And Cassian can either do 5 to base or kill Krennic. I think the value is in killing Krennic to shut the restore down. We'll claim on this time. And that's it. We're resourcing to 7 on this side, which could look something like those 2. Fighting against the System Patrol Craft doesn't sound all that fun to me. We'll do that. Here, We're going to 6, which is choosing between these two, so let's resource the Cloud City Wingguard. Okay. Unfortunately, Overwhelming Barrage isn't buying us much right now. I don't want the survivors to get damaged. If the survivors get damaged and live, an OB is pretty sweet. I think we risk it. And we attack into Dodana. 3. At which point, what do we do on this side? Sitting on 7. I think we've got to grab our Dodana damage. So I think we swing at base for 7. Or for 4, rather, taking it to 7. Cassian will draw a card. And then it's got to be OB for 5. So he is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's just gonna wipe. We're at 7 now. I think we play our Fighters for Freedom. The Patrolcraft swings for 3 on base. Let's play K2 to ping for damage. Claim and pass. Alright, resourcing up to 7 here. We've got a 7 and we've got an 8 later, so I think this is the play. Then on this side, probably don't need 2 wedges. Up to 8. Interesting that both of these leaders kind of are okay with the long game. Okay, the survivors are going to die if they don't get in there, so I think we're swinging for 6, 7, 8 on base, which is pretty nuts. They do only have 1 health left. We can't take 8 damage around. Well, let's see what we have down here. Interesting. So if we play home 1 this turn, we get nothing out of the discard pile. Sabine would just kill him if we take that again. Another round. You can't get it in now, though. Let's play Dodana. At which point, I think we're very happy to eat Dodana with Dooku. I do think the play is probably to Fleet Lieutenant K2 into the Rugged Survivors. So he'll hit for 6, which spills 5 over, taking base to 13. These guys go away, and he can trigger the damage to do another 3, taking it to 16. Pretty nice. Patrolcraft hits for 3. The Freedom Fighters hit for 3. And it claims. There's no point in not drawing a card with Cassian. Ooh, interesting. And what the heck? Let's Metal Ceremony Freedom Fighters up. That's it. Okay, on this side, we're resourcing into 8. We have 2 ways to do it now. I think Oh, interesting. The Snowtrooper Lieutenant won't actually get us any value right now because we don't have Imperials. Maybe we do it this way and resource that. And then for Cassian, now home 1 can grab Dodonna or K2, which is pretty slick. And I think we're racing the base. Since we can grab a K2, let's resource a K2. All right. What are we at here? Trade this out for 2 1s. That's a 10. We are at 18, 19. We only need 6. So let's grab 5 on base. They're just 1 away. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything Cassian can do to stop the system patrol craft. We can play home 1 to get K2 for 1, and then it'll be game over. Krennic gets the W. Alright, let's play 1 more. Cassian goes first. Funny how those 25 health bases can really shrink in size at the end of the game. Though Cassian didn't have a turn 1 play, so Krennic should have pulled that off. This is the tiebreaker. Not a great start again. I think we try again. Cassian does have a lot of options to play for 2. Could end up getting burned, but we really want an A-Wing to try to trigger his ability or have a choice for a 3-drop. That'll work. Boy, a ton of cheap units. I think we resource these 2, and we may actually flood the board with a turn 1 drop, a turn 2, and a draw. It'd be very interesting. Really, really go after ground, depending on what Krennic does. Alright. Scout bikes will work. Boy, drew an expensive hand though. Alright. So it'll be Battlefield Marine, Scout Bike Pursuer, Claim Pass. Let's go to the next round. Interesting. Echo-based Defender is not bad because the Scout Bike just dives into it. So I think we actually resource Heroic Sacrifice, and that's our play. And then here, we're resourcing to 3, which is just those 2. Not phenomenal. Alright. We'll drop the Echo-based Defender. We'll drop a Scout Bike. Battlefield Marine swings into base for 3. We'll make the other Scout Bike Resilient. Cassian claims. And then the big question is, do we swing into Echo Base? I think the answer is probably yes. Taking 4. That's it. Alright, we're resourcing up to 4. Might look something like this. So let's play a Spec Force soldier. Down on this side, probably a system patrol craft that we're Get rid of. Alright. The Scout Pike Pursuer is now attacking for 6, but it only has 3 health left, so it would have to trade into the Echo Base Defender. I think what we do is play a Fleet Lieutenant. An Echo Base Defender hits base for 6. Pretty nice. Yeah, I don't see many options around this trade, unfortunately. Let's grab another 3. It's hard to beat. Question now is, do we want damaged for 3? Probably. Let's do that. Benthic comes down. Patrolcraft comes down. Cassian claims. Krennic passes. Alright, this time we're resourcing to 5. Probably K2 and a Spec Force here. And on this side, man, just can't quite draw to the curve we want. Let's resource the Defense Walker. Nothing red for Benthic to take advantage of. I think we swing for 3 with the Fleet Lieutenant. 4 base. If we do Academy training, we'll go up to 6 health, and Battlefield Marine still trades well with us. I think we actually bring Krennic out. Now both of them died to Krennic. We're really trying to get base, so I think we're just grabbing another 3 with the Marine. Let's have Krennic kill 2 tubes and heal. We can make this a stack of 10. K2 comes out. Patrolcraft grabs 3 on base. And now we can choose between a card and a Spec Force. I think we keep applying pressure. Put the Spec Force out. If we don't kill K2 with the Scout Pike Pursuer, he'll overwhelm us on the other side. So I think we just trade with K2 here. And that'll trigger the 3 damage. Cassian will claim, and let's keep asserting space pressure here. Okay. That's it. We're resourcing up to 6. And so Metal Ceremony seems like the right play. Resourcing up to 6 on this side as well. Could do Academy training plus a Sentinel, or we could just get the Defense Walker out there. Next turn would be 7, and we could Academy training and Survivors. So let's do that. Alright, Cassian, you're up. I think I'm fine with playing the Sentinel. We probably want to get Cassian's card draw, so we want to swing with the Lieutenant, but getting the Sentinel out kind of protects the Spec Force soldier. For the moment, because Academy Defense Walker comes out, gives Krennic an experience. Now Krennic can kill this guy, but we did successfully save our soldier for the moment. Swing on base for 3. Krennic will kill the Echo Base Defender and restore 2. Makes this another stack. He takes 4 from that. So he's actually in Spec Force Soldier range, which is interesting. Let's trigger Cassian, draw a card. Show me a 2. Oh, nice. Patrol Craft hits for 3. Cassian deploys. Patrol Craft hits for 3. Cassian's going to hit base since he's Saboteur. Drawing again. So close. Krennic claims and Spec Force Soldier. Well, actually, it has to attack the Walker, which will just make the Walker stronger. I think we hold off on that. Just see what happens if we don't attack with him. Okay. We're going to 7 for Krennic. This is a pretty sweet 6. I think that's what we want. Let's ditch the survivors. We're going to apply some pressure. And then on this side, we're going to 7 as well. It's maybe Akbar and Sabine, or Akbar and Freedom Fighters. Resource Wedge. Alright. First at bat here. Right now, the Defense Walker is safe. They need to do 6 to base to get the kill. So Fleet Lieutenant would do it. So maybe we try to get our restore off. If we attack base for 3 and heal 2, we're out of Fleet Lieutenant range. I think Cassian does swing for 4 base. So we're 3 away from victory here. Which means if they can't kill Cassian, we could just get the win. I think we attack with our System Patrol Craft. Freedom Fighters. Oh, Cassian would have drawn a card too. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. That's big. More System Patrol Craft. We got an 18. It's got to be K2 to deal 1 more. Only 2 away. Veers is going to hit the table. And at this point, I think we just claim. You know, we probably need to switch K2. Yeah, shoot, I messed that up. If Akbar comes in instead, it's way better. Because Akbar now deals 5 damage, killing the Walker before Veers comes out. So that is probably a misplay, but that would be the right thing to do. messed it up. I think that's going to be game. Because now we're claiming on this side. And Walker is currently hitting for 6. Look at this. The Academy training it. Now it hits for 8. And that's game. Takes it to 26. So, fascinating that Akbar gets the win there. K2 actually gets the loss. It's a close match.